Including Shane.
Yeah, definitely. I was there leading the chorus. Yeah.
And that's going to do it for us here in the North. I'm Rico Knowles.
I'm Shane Stubbs.
Thanks so much for watching. Here's a live look at the Bahamas tonight, coming your way next.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
This Thursday night, police are looking for two men in connection with an afternoon shooting that has left one man dead and two others wounded. The latest from police is just ahead. The RBDF Commodore confirming that Board of Inquiry has met as the investigation into those alarming abuse allegations within the RBDF's Rangers program continues. What he told our Applebee Munnings in this exclusive interview. And our Diane Dorset takes us to Applebee's, where they are putting a fresh twist on an old-time favorite. The Bahamas Tonight at 11 starts now. Good evening and thank you for joining us this Thursday night. I'm Corval Pyfrom. Police are asking for your help tonight as they try to find the suspects behind a late afternoon shooting that killed a man and left two others injured. The incident happened around 5:30 this afternoon along a very busy East Street between John Shipman Street and Sunlight Cottage. Here's Police Press Liaison Officer Chief Superintendent Sharia King with more.
Two males, customers of an establishment on East Street, was purchasing items from that establishment when a small Japanese vehicle pulled up. Two male occupants exited that vehicle and discharged gunshots in the direction of those two male customers, fatally wounding one, and the second was transported to hospital with injuries.
Now, Chief Superintendent King was also able to tell us that both male victims are in their early to mid-20s. The third victim injured in the shooting is a female employee of that business establishment that King referenced. No word yet on the extent of their injuries. Those suspects were told fled the scene in a southerly direction. And police are again urging anyone who may have any information that can assist with their investigation to come forward. Also here at 11, a follow-up to last night's top story following further clarification on allegations of abuse within the Defense Forces Rangers program. During a telephone interview with our Applebee Munnings, the RBDF Commodore sought to shed more light on this probe. Applebee is here tonight with more on what she learned. Good evening to you, Alto.
And good evening to you. During our 8-minute telephone conversation this afternoon, Royal Bahamas Defense Force Commodore Floyd Moxey confirmed that Board of Inquiry of all Defense Force officers he assembled to monitor the facts and circumstances reported about abuse allegations in a Rangers Skills Set camp in Eleuthera between June 30th and July 19th. They met for the first time on Wednesday. A police investigation, he says, will determine if the Marine in question violated the Penal Code or Sexual Offenses Act. While Commodore Moxey remained mum on the Marine's identification, he did tell us he has been associated with the Rangers program for quite some time. The RBDF head also disclosed that the Marine's initial 8-day detention ended this past Tuesday. However, he's back in custody for another 8 days at the Defense Force's Coral Harbor base. Now, Defense Force procedure allows detention of up to 90 days. He also revealed that an estimated 30 to 50 Rangers from Grand Bahama, Eleuthera, and Andros participated in this particular summer camp in Eleuthera. Meantime, Defense Force counselors and a medical psychologist are in Grand Bahama until Friday to assist the young men with any necessary rehabilitation. The Commodore confirmed the group will then travel to Eleuthera next week, Tuesday, to administer similar procedures. Commodore Moxie reiterated on our conversation that the Defense Force is taking this matter very seriously, as the safety, dignity, and well-being of every child in their care is not negotiable, and officials will not tolerate any breach of trust. The Defense Force Commodore insists the situation is very unfortunate, and the organization will take all steps to ensure this incident will never happen again. Reporting live in studio, I'm Altaviz Munnings. Back to you.
Thank you, Alta. And of course, this is a story that I'm sure you'll continue to follow for us. Here at 11 on the labor front, members of the Bahamas Public Services Union holding a brief demonstration today outside the office of the Prime Minister. These workers expressing concern about the salary review process, a process they contend has been stalled because of the government's inaction and failure to live up to its word. BPSU President Kingsley Ferguson claims his members have grown frustrated with the administration, and he categorically rejects its assertions that it has been in communication with workers and the dialogue between the two sides is ongoing.
We want the salary review done by Deloitte & Touche, and we want the cabinet paper that was submitted so that we can see exactly how the members that we represent were impacted. I expect senior government officials not to be twisting the truth for convenience, and I expect the substantive Minister of Finance to arise to this occasion and address the outstanding concern.
Those workers making it clear that time is winding down on talking, and they're calling on the administration to act swiftly.
This is a legal binding document. We expect the government to respect the document as such. And so we want our money and we want it? No! We want our money and we want it? No!
Now, ZNS News spoke with Labor and Public Service Minister Pia Glover-Rule, who dismissed Mr. Ferguson's remarks as disingenuous. Detecting disease early, treating it affordably, reducing out-of-pocket costs, lowering hospital admissions, and cultivating a culture of wellness. All part of the reforms a compendium of health bills are expected to usher in once passed and enacted. The groundwork for that laid yesterday as debate on 5 proposed pieces of legislation opened in the House of Assembly. Contributing, Prime Minister Philip Davis echoed this long-held view.
Quality health care is the right of every Bahamian, regardless of which neighborhood they live in or the amount of money is in their bank account. We believe in accessibility. A nation made up of many islands will always face resource and logistical challenges. But we do not accept that geography must forever determine health outcomes. We also believe in prevention, because investing in wellness today prevents illness tomorrow.
Speaking specifically to the National Health Insurance Chronic Disease Prescription Drug Fund bill, Killarney MP and veteran physician Dr. Hubert Minnis lamented that many Bahamians are dying due to a series of chronic conditions often left untreated. Equally troubling is the observation that the Bahamas has an obesity crisis, particularly in the case of children.
We eat too many refined carbohydrates and high-fat foods and processed foods. We do not eat enough fruits and vegetables. And the prevalence of fast food restaurants in our major population centers is worsening the problem. And maybe the time we need to look at the possibility of enacting a law to ensure that no international fast food franchises are introduced, especially into our family islands. Nassau is contaminated already. Grand Bahamas is already contaminated, but let us preserve the family islands.
There is much more news to stay up for this Thursday night. Coming up, Applebee's has a new dinner treat. We'll have that and more. You're watching The Bahamas Tonight at 11. Stay with us.
Bahamas has been a nation marching for progress. We are more than sunny skies and blue seas. We are a nation filled with purpose, opportunity, and innovation. With each generation, our spirit grows stronger, our dreams brighter, with our banners waving high. Join us as we continue to pass the torch, fostering freedom, progress, opportunity, and innovation for years to come. Happy Independence, Bahamas, from Commonwealth Bank.
Welcome to the Intra-African Trade Fair 2025, the gateway to abundant opportunity, the platform for more, access to a continent with more makers and creators, more technology and manufacturing capabilities, more innovators and collaborators, more information and knowledge, a continent of opportunities for business in more markets and resources that accelerate progress and create space for more infrastructure, connectivity and networking, more creativity, production, and more deals for the people. Afrexim Bank, in collaboration with the African Union Commission and the AFCFTA Secretariat, brings you the 4th Intra-African Trade Fair, hosted by the People's Democratic Republic of Algeria. Over 2,000 exhibitors, 35,000 plus attendees, 140 plus countries, $44 billion in trade and investment opportunities. Register now and enter the gateway to new opportunities.
Throughout our lifetime, we must all make decisions. No matter how we choose, the right one just needs to be made. Like having J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers as your insurance partner. We've been serving the Bahamas for over 100 years. Whether you need home, motor, marine, or commercial insurance, make the right decision. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance. Peace of mind.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, where safety is first.
Continuing with more news on this Thursday night, the construction industry is one that often sparks conversations about numbers. Well, after comments made by the Prime Minister a few days ago, this discussion has been revived. Danielle Dean has this response from the Bahamas Contractors Association president.
The fact of the matter is when it comes to the Bahamas' population compared to the construction industry's skilled worker demand, the numbers just don't add up. And that's something Prime Minister the Honourable Philip Davis and Bahamas Contractors Association President Leonard Sands agree on.
If you said we had what we needed, why would there be 14,000 plus people on work permit? And if out of the number of 14,000 persons on work permit, the last information I got was at least 7,000 to 8,000 of them are in construction.
Sands' comments follow those made by the PM, who reasoned that foreign labour is up due to outsourcing for construction jobs. Jobs that have become plentiful due to an increased number of projects in recent years. Supporting that view, the president expressed doubt these companies will go through the hassle of securing and paying work permits and housing fees unless they truly have to. But here's where Sands' views differ.
But I want to know that there is still a large number of persons who participate in construction who are in the unskilled labor category. And I think that's where we kind of need to focus from a national perspective. If we recognize that the persons are unskilled and active in the construction sector, why couldn't we just train Bahamians?
He added, though, that he does not believe local companies do a good enough job sourcing unskilled Bahamians. After all, if the worker lacks skills, why not just choose a native?
There are a large number of persons who are unskilled who get work permits from the Department of Labor. While I believe that because of the activity in the sector, yeah, there's a lot of construction going on and there's a lot of need for labor, skilled and unskilled. But I think policy-wise, we need to look at the numbers in finite terms to determine where are those peaks coming from.
Reporting for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Danielle Dean.
Developing new entrepreneurs in the southern Bahamas. That's a new initiative designed to train a new generation of business operators through the assistance of the Tourism Development Corporation. Our Lloyd Allen is in Acklands with that report tonight.
Developing commerce across the island remains a focus as Craig Mortimer, a senior manager from the Tourism Development Corporation, hosts a training initiative to create new entrepreneurs with the cascarilla used as a major ingredient.
The Tourism Development Corporation a couple months ago were in Acklands, and we sponsored a perfume making workshop where we're converting the cascarilla oil into perfumes. And it was there that the birth of this took place, where we realized that there's a need for entrepreneurs in the tourism space. In fact, people were expressing their need to get into the tourism space. And since the Tourism Development Corporation, our aim is to assist entrepreneurs in the tourism space, and then it's youths who are getting involved.
Mortimer also sharing on the overall objective.
Usually, when we talk nationally, we're talking about starting the catalyst in New Providence and then Grand Bahama, and then we spread on to Abaco. And that's how we morph as well, too. So we have programs that were successful in New Providence, in Grand Bahama, in Abaco, in Exuma, and in Eleuthera. And so we're bringing those programs here.
The event also attracting participants from the neighboring Crooked Island and Long Key.
This will be an asset for the youth in the district, in that I am also an advocate for entrepreneurs, finding another way to make a living other than the government, because the district depends heavily on the government for employment. So something such as this is an excellent initiative to encourage persons to become entrepreneurs.
And the hope again is for these young persons and others to use the knowledge gained to further enhance the economy across the island and the country. Reporting from Spring Point for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen.
If you're looking for the perfect night out without breaking the bank, Applebee's has a sizzling summer deal that has everyone talking. Our Diane Dorset has the dining review.
It's called the 2 for $52 Surf and Turf combo, and it's made for sharing. 2 guests can enjoy a full course experience: juicy steak with shrimp prepared your way, breaded, grilled, or blackened, 2 sides, and a dessert to top it all off.
Now you have an option of a brownie that serves with a scoop of ice cream, and everyone's favorite, which is the blondie. For me, the blondie is so perfect because it's served with a scoop of ice cream as well, cream cheese, and it's topped with pecans, and it goes on a sizzler. We all love a sizzler.
Originally launched for independent celebrations, the combo has been such a hit that Applebee's is extending the offer through August. And what's a celebration without a toast? Applebee's encourages guests to pair their surf and turf with one of their popular cocktails or mocktails, including their fan favorite Perfect Margarita.
And who doesn't love a cocktail or a mocktail? Now, our options here at Applebee's is so spectacular. You can get a Bahama Mama, you can get a Tito's Bay Breeze, and everyone's favorite, the Perfect Margarita.
No matter who you are or why you're out, Bullet says at Applebee's there's always a reason to celebrate.
It also brings the local and visitors closer to a Bahamian dining of that sort. So we want you to feel at home dining here at Applebee's, because there's always a reason to celebrate here at Applebee's.
The Surf and Turf is available until August 31st for dine-in or takeout. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Diane Dorset.
Well, on this National Interns Day, our ZNS Total Sports intern Zaria Stapleton is here with a look at what's coming up.
B3's Nationals coming up this weekend. More details coming in sports.
Shop early to get your uniforms and catch Janae's Uniform Center's buy 4 get 1 free sale. Pre-monogrammed and regular school shirts, dry fit and cotton polos, jumpers, skirts, boys long and short pants, PE shorts, underclothes, tights, socks, neckties, belts, sleeping mats, hair accessories, and character work desk. Get 50% off backpacks, lunch bags, and raincoats. Buy 4 school shirts, get 1 free. Buy 2 skirts, jumpers, or pants, get the third 50% off. Need embroidery and monogramming done? Visit Janae's Uniform Center early. Beat the back-to-school rush. Janae's Chesapeake Road back-to-school special. Restrictions apply.
Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, we have been in Exuma now for the past 4 years, carrying out our paving program. A part of our company's philosophy is producing work to international standards. So when you look at our paving division, we have a state-of-the-art lab to do all of our testing in-house, as well as a state-of-the-art asphalt plant with a trained technician carrying out the work on that site. The overarching goal of our company is to produce the work that we're doing in the entire Bahamas to international standards. We also make a difference by the training of our staff. We have a very intensive training program going on to where we are teaching our young young men how to learn the art of striping. Being a young man myself, I've made mistakes in the past. I was given a second chance to better my life, and it's only fitting that to be passed along. What's important for us is giving them a second chance for them to get a skill and a career that could take them further in life.
Welcome to your Thursday Sports, everyone. I'm Zaria Stapleton. Well, today is the last Thursday in July, which is universally recognized as National Intern Day, so don't adjust your TV sets. The ZNS Total Sports interns are taking over this evening's sportscast. Topping sports, in less than 72 hours, some of the country's top senior track and field athletes are set to compete at the B3A's Nationals this weekend at the old Thomas A. Robinson Stadium. A later start than usual. The meet, kicking off on Friday under the theme, It's Showtime. B3A officials confirming that over 100 athletes have registered, including Olympic 400-meter champion Shawnee Miller-Weibo and Stephen Gardner. This as the Bahamas tries to bolster its roster for the upcoming World Athletics Championships, slated for next month in Tokyo, Japan. Now among the athletes set to compete this weekend will be the Charlton sisters, Devin and Anthea, along with triple jumper Kiwan Culmer.
Yeah, it feels amazing because it's not too often I get to come home and compete in front of a home crowd, and so every time I get the opportunity, I take it seriously. I want to come out and compete to the best of my abilities and just make sure I leave the Bahamians with a good show.
I'm really excited to be back here. This is my second senior nationals. I haven't competed I didn't compete 2023. Really excited to be here, really excited for good competition, really excited to run and jump. I love running and jumping.
17 meters, that is a long time goal for me, and it does mean everything, you know. And it would be, I would literally drop down on Tez and cry if I could do it on this song right here.
Over in Cat Island, skippers preparing for this weekend's regatta, which is expected to be as competitive as ever. Our reporter from the north, Ricardo Lightborn, gives us a preview in this report.
The sixth edition of the Cat Island Regatta is just only a few hours away from starting. We're expecting some 19 sloops to sail here in Cat Island in classes A, B, and C. Compared to last year, this regatta is going to be exciting. The reason on the line is bragging rights, and also they can punch a ticket to the best of the best, which is going to be held later on this year. But for the most part, the sailors are going to have a great time. If you're looking for something to eat, it's going to be here in Cat Island. Just minutes ago, the crab and rice is up, and I tell you what, fish and conch, it is all here in Cat Island. Now, the weather right now is going to be pretty good. They got a very good wind. It's high tide now, and come early Friday morning when we have the first races, and it'll start with the Class C at high tide and then go on to B and to A. They'll do about 2 races on Friday, and then on Saturday they'll do another race, and then they'll be able to wrap it up. But tonight is going to be the gospel concert right here at the park. The singing bishop is going to be coming out and do his thing. He's here on Cat Island to make sure that it is well with this year's regatta. It's going to be a wonderful time here in Cat Island. On the line, a spot in the best of the best regatta at the end of the year. Lots to eat, lots to drink, all kinds of entertainment is going to be here. Yeah, KB's going to come here later on as well. Come in Cat Island, pack some shorts, pack some slippers, also get some T-shirts, and make sure you bring your hat, and you're going to have a wonderful time. In Cat Island, I'm Ricardo Lightborn, ZNS Total Sports.
And on to the diamond, the daughter of the local baseball legend doing her part to give back while keeping her father's legacy alive and well. In this report, our intern Damario Hanna tells us more about the Winners Camp.
The Winners Camp got into full swing this week at the St. Agnes Church, with dozens of young Bahamians diving into education and athletics. The camp honors the late Wenty Ford, a legend and trailblazer within Bahamian baseball. ZNS Total Sports caught up with Wenty Ford, daughter of the late Bahamian icon and founder of the Wenty Ford Sports Foundation, as she explained the nature of the camp.
We opted to go with the Winners Camp just because
we want to make sure that all of our kids know that they are winners. It's very important working in the inner city with the kids and hosting this camp that kids know that they are winners and that we instill a successful mindset for these kids. So that's the reason we were coming up with the name, and we opted to go with the Winners Camp.
After a period of devotions and academics in the morning, the campers would take to the field in the afternoon, routinely participating in batting and fielding drills. Isaac DeVoe expressed enthusiasm towards the coaching method.
It's been good. I've liked how they've been teaching us scriptures of the Bible and how they've been teaching us the fundamentals of baseball.
Winners Camp wraps up 5 powerful days of growth, a living tribute to Wenty Ford's belief in youth's potential. Reporting for ZNS Total Sports, I'm Demario Hanna.
Over on University Drive, a local basketball coach is continuing his efforts to mold some of the country's best basketball players, all the while encouraging them to shoot for the stars. Our intern Nathania Hanna gives us more details in this report.
We're here at the lab where numerous basketball players are cooking up at the Marvin Henfield basketball camp. We got the chance to speak with Coach Marvin himself and multiple players.
So we started our summer camps the 3rd week in June. We did 3 weeks of what we call our Nassau summer camp. And then, of course, what you see here is the final end of our summer camps, which is our mastery, ball handling and shooting mastery boot camp.
Campers Noel Sands and Marquise Rowe reflected on the impact of Henfield's coaching.
It's been pretty good, and I feel like I've gotten better at my basketball skills throughout it. And I'm very thankful to all the teachers for all that they've done for us.
He's helped me advance my skills by pushing me, making sure that even the littlest things, the little errors are fixed. He always made me play against people who were older than me just to give me a push. So I've always been used to that push, and he gave me a harder work ethic.
The players grind harder every day, working to get to the next level. Reporting for ZNS Total Sports, I'm Natanya Hanna.
And that's been a look at your sports on this Thursday. Until tomorrow, I'm Zaria Stapleton, signing out.
Got termites and need to get rid of them fast? Trust Rentokil Initial. With over 60 years experience in the Bahamas, the global brand, training, and expertise can't be beat. Only Rentokil Initial gives you a 3-year warranty and payment plan options on termite fumigation. No one can match the range of treatments we offer, such as fumigation, pre-construction treatments, termite monitoring, and more. No matter where you are in the Bahamas, we will come to you. When it comes to complete termite eradication, there's only one name, Rentokil Initial.
We are almost at the end of the week and the start of the holiday weekend. Time for a check on what's happening with our weather. For that, we say good evening to Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Hi, Basil.
Good evening, Carl. We get you started in the tropics. It remains quiet for the moment, but by a couple of days, we could have some activity taking place just off the southeast coast of the United States, so we'll keep our eyes on that area very, very closely, and we'll keep you posted of any kind of development that may come out of that area. Temperatures around the islands this evening. Marshall, Babaco, 83 degrees in Greentoe Key. It is 85. 85 also in Freeport, Grand Bahama, the Berry Islands, 85. Alistown, Bimini, 87 degrees, 84 in Harbour Island. Rock Sound, Eleuthera, 82. Alderstown, Cat Island, 82 degrees. We're picking up 84 in Black Point, Exuma. Also, Camp Space, Los Angeles. Fresh Creek in Central Angeles at 83 degrees. San Salvador and Key, 82 degrees there. Georgetown, Exuma, 83. 82s again in Ragged Island, Clownstown, Long Island, and Crooked Island. Betsy Bay, Meguana at 81. Acklands, 81. Matthew Town, Inagua, 85 degrees. And the Turks and Caicos Islands at 86 degrees. Satellite pictures showing now pockets of clouds being advected towards the west across the island, so we'll have some occasional cloudy periods, but in between that, we're looking at mostly clear skies for the greater part of tonight and tomorrow. Clear and very warm tonight. 81 degrees for your low temperature, and tomorrow we're looking at lots of sunshine in the forecast. 90 degrees for your high temperature and your extended weather forecast for the next 7 days. Same as on Saturday. We could have some thunderstorms developing in the afternoon, and that's because of the heating effect and those very, very warm temperatures, which are now around the 90-degree mark. And as we head into Sunday, things calm out just a bit. We'll have a stray shower possible, and those stray showers will continue for the balance of the early part of next week. Now, temperature-wise, we're going to be pretty much seasonal. We usually get 90, 91 degrees this time of the year, but as we head into the early part of next week, it seems as though we're going to climb below that 90-degree mark. Cover.
Thank you, Basil. Before we go, we need to say happy National Intern Day. We had a lot of interns around ZNS this summer, and, well, it made for a good time. That is our broadcast this Thursday night. I'm Corvell Piper, and for all of us, take care, be well, and remember, we'll look to see you again right back here tomorrow evening. Good night.
At Tonic Williams Down Highway, I'm Tajaro Hudson. This is ZNS.